Alright YouTube, and welcome to another Borderlands 3 news and information video. IGN have been putting out some great videos lately. In fact, they've done two which are covering certain aspects of Borderlands 3 that we have already seen in previous gameplay footage, but this time in far greater detail. So today I want to talk a little bit about the new Sanctuary 3 tour, which you can find over on IGN, and the link to the full video with commentary from Gearbox developers Keith Schuler and Matt Berner will be down below in the description. So I'm going to run through the tour and I'll be speeding up and pausing at certain points of interest throughout, so that we can discuss what's going on a little bit. So of course we start off, we spawn into the ship, we have the fast travel machine behind us, and then of course the super cool new feature which is essentially a lost and found machine, which is a great addition to Borderlands 3. I'm sure a lot of you guys may have already seen this. This did get a lot of hype during the gameplay we saw at the reveal event. So if we're out exploring and we lose a legendary or a purple or any gun or item for that matter, and it falls out of the map or out of the playable area, or you just can't reach it, or you simply forgot about it and you walk right past it, then when you return to Sanctuary 3 you can open up this box and get back all of your lost loot. It's a super cool feature and I'm glad to see it in Borderlands 3. Moving on, we have the bank. It works the same way as the bank system from Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, however they did confirm in this specific video that the bank doubles as the player stash, which I think is absolutely amazing. It always sucked in Borderlands 2 where we only had 4 item slots in Claptrap's stash, and in order to transfer items between our characters we had to always take stuff out and put it in our bank and put stuff back into the stash and then jump onto different characters and whatnot to get it. But in Borderlands 3 any item we put in the bank will also become available to our other characters, so I do think that is a really great addition. So here we have the golden chest, which of course is always great to see. This is the first time I believe we've seen actual in-game footage of the chest actually being opened, so that's awesome to see as well. And I believe that we got confirmation a few months ago that in Borderlands 3 legendaries will be obtainable through the golden chest this time around, so again that's a pretty exciting new addition. I just hope that they are really hard to come by and have a low percentage, similar to the slot machines in Borderlands 2. Next up we have Marcus Munitions, which again you guys may have already seen and know a lot about. Marcus sells our storage deck upgrades such as ammo capacities and our backpack slots here in exchange for cash. So we no longer get them from Crazy Earl in exchange for Iridium. In fact, Crazy Earl now sells something far more interesting which I will touch on later in the video. Below Marcus's shop we then get the shooting range, and this sounds super interesting this time around because in the commentary one of the developers actually said that there is sort of a mini game involved when it comes to shooting the targets, trying to beat your own score, and that there will also be challenges tied to this that can get you, and I quote, some cool rewards. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and do a bit of speculating and say that maybe we can get some cool Marcus Munitions related weapon skins or even weapon trinkets from beating these challenges at the firing range, and if that's the case then I think that would be super cool if they went down that route. Same for any of the other people aboard Sanctuary 3, like maybe they will have their own skins tied to their crew missions. Now vehicles in the Borderlands series are something that I've never really been fond of. I just don't enjoy the vehicle segments and vehicle related missions as much as the run and gun aspects of the Borderlands games. However, in Borderlands 3 we have missions set by Ellie to go and collect vehicle parts, and these are a part of a new feature called crew challenges. Each member of the Sanctuary 3 crew asks us to do certain little challenges and side quests while we're out exploring the world of Borderlands 3. And for Ellie we can get new vehicle skins, new wheels for our vehicles, new weapons for our vehicles, which in my eyes is kind of interesting. It's much cooler than having the weapons instantly available to us like they were in Borderlands 2 for example. And then we move on to Claptrap's little den area, and we saw in the gameplay reveal event that he was building himself a girlfriend or something from old Claptrap units that the player has found for him throughout the Borderlands 3 universe. And here for a split second as the player walks into the room we see on the screen that it says VR Onika or Veronica, and it looks like that is probably going to be the name of Claptrap's little friend in Borderlands 3. He also has a disco ball in here for some reason because, well, he's Claptrap. Now we have Crazy Earl, which is something I'm pretty excited for because I believe up until now we didn't really know what Earl's deal was in Borderlands 3, but here we get to see that he actually sells cosmetics and character customization options to the player in exchange for Iridium. So here we see that he sells heads, he sells skins, the new emotes and echo skins, trinkets and skins for our weapons, and also at the very bottom we see room decoration, which is awesome because of course we know that in Borderlands 3 we have our own character quarters aboard Sanctuary 3. and we can display our weapons there and all that good stuff. And now we have confirmation that we can also upgrade this room with new decorations via Crazy Earl. I really dig this feature and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of decorations we can get for our rooms. And then next to Crazy Earl we have a machine called Veteran Rewards, and can I just say the design of this looks really fucking cool. Like, you've got that 80s vibe going on with the fonts and stuff, and I don't know, as a graphic designer this thing just sort of appeals to me. But yeah, the Veterans Reward machine is where you can spend iridium on some top end weaponry, and from what we see here they look like good greens, blues and purples with no legendaries in sight. I'm thinking it may be possible to purchase legendaries from this machine with iridium, maybe when you're a higher level character. However, I'm not sure how I'd feel about that if that was the case, because in my eyes that feels like it undermines the whole idea of farming. And farming of course at this point has become a staple of the series, and it's something I don't want to see get pushed aside, because legendaries are now obtainable via other means such as the golden chest, the Borderlands VIP service, and now this machine. So next up we have Moxxi's bar, and we get a few extra details about the slot machines, which I've always loved in Borderlands 2. I spend quite a lot of time and money spinning the slots and only to never get myself a legendary. But yeah, this time we get 4 slot machines available to us, and each one is centered around a different theme. So they're all dedicated to different rewards. One slot machine will get you guns, one is more focused on shield and grenade mods, and then the iridium one with the vault symbol on the top is looking like what we want to spin if we want a chance at a legendary or a higher end weapon. They then talk a little about Zero's bounty board missions, where the player can go hunt down specific tough enemies, and also Hammerlock's big game hunt missions, where the player can hunt down challenging creatures which they refer to as badass level. We don't see anything of Zero's bounty board, so I won't discuss that, but we do get to see Hammerlock's room again, where of course we can mount the heads of the creatures that we kill for him on these plaques. They even take a closer look at one of the plaques, which shows us the name of one of the creatures as Manvark. And I mean, from that name, that sounds to me like a cross between a man and an aardvark, which is pretty crazy, pretty funny, pretty much Borderlands style humour. Do you guys think I'm right about that? But yeah, anyways, we will see when the game launches. We then go into Tannis's lab, and the developers actually confirm in the commentary that Tannis plays a much larger role in Borderlands 3 than she did in previous games, so hey, maybe all those rumours and theories about artificial sirens may actually turn out to be true, but that's a theory for another video. But here we learn that she is actually the medic in the game, which makes me wonder what on earth happened to Dr. Z. Looks like we're going to have to add him to our list of missing characters, along with Gaige, Axton, Krieg and Salvador. And lastly we enter the bridge area, where we actually see Claptrap being used to plug a hole in the window, so you know he's actually being, useful for once. And then we get more information about what we already know about the means of transportation and warping between different planets in the universe. Yeah, just some super awesome stuff. I think Sanctuary 3 looks amazing. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I personally love these little videos that IGN are putting out, where they're showing off a little bit more of the game in greater detail than what we've seen before. I think the most exciting thing that we got from this video in particular was the Crazy Earl reveal with the customization and cosmetics, but be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you guys enjoy the most about Sanctuary 3, and drop me a like if you enjoyed this little mini breakdown. Thanks again for watching and supporting the channel, guys. Consider dropping me a subscription if you're new and love Borderlands just as much as I do. Scan the QR code on the screen right now to go check out my Twitter at MemphXSPL, where I post all my updates and have general daily Borderlands related discussions. And again, thank you so much for coming here and checking out the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.